Alright, so let's go through checkpoint 12 as well. So if this Earth satellite is moved from one stable circular orbit to another stable circular orbit at a greater distance from Earth. So meaning that they are moved from a lower orbit to a higher orbit. So which of the following quantities increases for the satellite as a result? So definitely it's not A, because as I move away from Earth, due to inverse square law, the G-force must also decrease, right? Okay, what about B? Yeah, B should be the correct answer, because if you think about it, for example, lower orbit, I go to a higher orbit. So I go to a higher orbit, I must increase in GPE. So that's why the answer is B. Okay, let's take a look at C and D as well. So angular velocity. Angular velocity, as I move up a higher orbit, should decrease. Why is that so? Because omega is equal to 2 pi over period. So of course, as I go to the higher orbit, right, the period is actually increased. Means that omega must decrease. Okay, what about D, the linear speed of the orbit? Okay, linear speed of orbit, if you remember your formula, which is the derivation, V equal to square root gm over r. So as move up from low orbit to high orbit, means that the linear speed must also decrease as well. So that's why the answer is B. So GPE, you can think of moving an object from ground level up to a higher level. So that is the way of saying. Or you can also use another way. So for example, this is the energy against your orbital radius graph. So as I move from this orbit, right, so this point 1, then I go to point 2. So you notice that my orbit radius actually increase, and my GPE actually get less and less negative. So for example, let's just say, this one is -5. I move up to the second point, right, is -3. So that's why your GPE actually increases as you move up from a lower orbit to a higher orbit.